Hello, you guys. Hello, hello, and welcome to a late night react. I know it's pretty late, so a lot of people are probably asleep, but I was out doing some things and I didn't have time to react until right now. So, in case you didn't know, Foodie Beauty went to the ER. She went for hypoglycemia, which is very high blood sugar. And so I was looking around on Twitter. I haven't seen the vlog, but people were thinking she went to like try and I guess be seen sooner to get bumped ahead of the line, if that makes sense. I don't really know what I believe. Some people think she's making it up. I just know if she truly went and her blood sugar was really, really high. Hey Pam, thanks for hanging out with me. Good to see you. Hello, Halsey. How are you? Hello, hello. All I know is if she truly went, and I believe her blood sugar was probably through the roof, she might want to reevaluate her food choices. Like eating big Turks is probably not a really good idea. Eating a lot of carbs, probably not a good idea. Hey, Caroline. Good morning, beautiful breezy. I'll be listening on my way to work. You have a safe trip, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, Hugh. Hello, hello. I don't know if Satan's joining us, but I'm passing the baton to him in certain areas. Our friend Satan does have a channel, and I heard he's going to be uploading quite often. So you might want to check it out. Hey, Mrs. Carlet, Crew Ross. Hey, hello, Sunshine. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Um, I haven't seen the vlog, so I was hoping we can watch it together and then go check out Foodie Beauty Twitter. Hey, Hurl, what's up? Hello, hello. I do hope everybody is having a good holiday season. I know it could be hard on some people, but I just wanted to say, like, we're here for you. This is a good bunch. And today was pretty cool, you guys. Today was pretty cool. I felt very good after a live stream I did. I'm not going to elaborate on it. If you know, you know. If you watched it, you watched it. I felt very good. I guess, I will say this. I will say this, and then we're not going to stay on the drama because life is too good and life is too short to stay stuck. I said what I said in an elaboration to a reaction that was done on a creator. And it is my right, just like how people talk about me, people talk about Foodie, people talk about whoever, it is my right to elaborate and say how I feel or say what I may know about a topic. That is my right. And just because in this rare occasion, I think Salah was right, even though, like, who am I kidding? Foodie wrote that. I think in this case, Foodie was right and Yo Mama was right. Can two things be true at the same time? Yes. I don't like them. I despise those two people, but in this case, they were right. So I felt good. If anything, at least a few eyes were opened and people will just be aware. And if I opened even one pair of eyes, then like my job is done. As far as legal stuff, I say bring it on. It's not illegal to repeat anything that's been told to me. So I made it very clear this is what I was told, this is what he told me. So um, I'm not worried. Like, I'm not worried. I'm feeling festive. That's good, Hurl. I am too. I feel like I've really got into the holiday spirit. I really did. Today was a beautiful day after I did that live stream. I went on a beautiful hike. The sun was out for a little bit. It's been kind of stormy, at least over in my area. And the sun was out, went on a hike with the family, went and braved Ulta with my sister and three kids. That was an experience. But we got to hang out as a family. Like, for anybody thinking this is like really truly affecting me, like when I sign off the computer, I go live my life. I go live my life and I have a beautiful life. I have a very beautiful life. Mrs. Carlet subbed to Satan. Is Satan here? Sometimes if you say his name enough times, he appears, but I don't know. I did. I had a really good day. I had family time. It was good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed today to have my family in my life. For a while, they didn't want to, they had to love me from afar until, I got sober, I got clean and sober. And I feel really grateful that we've moved past like all the ick from before. Do you know what I mean? I truly feel blessed. So any time that they want to hang out, even if I don't really feel like hiking, I'm going hiking. The video has been ran past a lawyer, Maryland lawyer to be exact, and they see no problem with it. And that hike was gorgeous. Yeah, next time we're supposed to go tomorrow if it stops raining, or the next day. So I'll take more pictures. It's really pretty in the hills. There's all these sunflowers, and it's just really pretty. It's really pretty. Yeah, I'm not worried about anything I said. If anything, people can look into it, and I'm sure if it was told to me, it's not some kind of weird flex and things are true. So yeah, that's all I have to really say about that. I pass the baton to Satan. He's going to be covering topics that he finds interesting. So unless I have to, like, let's be honest. Hold on. Let's be honest. If I get sent a cease and desist, like he's claiming I was sent before, like you guys know me, I would have been dancing with that thing in a hamster onesie. So I won't be talking about it anymore. I pass the baton to Satan. But if anything's like pursued legally, I'm sure I'll vlog the whole experience. I'm sure I will. So you guys probably won't hear a lot from me on it unless something needs to be said like that. If I was truly sent a letter, I would be dancing with it in a hamster onesie or something. Like you guys know me. Gonna rain all day here too in Arizona. Really, sunshine? Hopefully the sun comes back out for all of us. Hugh said, I want to see palm trees. Everyone is probably somewhere with palm trees. We have a lot of palm trees in my area. A lot. Like palm trees are just a thing. They're just a thing. Hey, Richard, good to see you. Okay, at a Dave Matthews concert. Oh, my heart longs to go see Dave Matthews again live, but I need to get past the whole mind F of like everybody else being drunk around me and me not like partaking. Do you know what I mean? But oh my gosh, my heart longs to go to a Dave Matthews concert. You sub to Hurl. Awesome, Mrs. Carlett. Thank you. Thank you so much. You have a ton of palm trees. Yeah. Yeah. Parts of Arizona I've been in are so beautiful. It's beautiful. It just gets really hot. It gets really hot. Good to see you too. How late am I? We haven't even started the foodie reaction. We're just kind of chit-chatting. Yeah, we're just kind of chit-chatting. After the holidays, I will be live more regularly. I've just really been, you know what? I've really been soaking in family time and like kind of taking a little break because before I was uploading like a million times a day, every day. And while I still had time to do other things, because there's 24 hours in a day, I still had time. Not being monetized right now, I'm really just soaking in all the like family time with everybody. And I'm really like, I feel really good. I feel really good. Um, I seen one that was huge at the bottom, like the size of a vehicle. Like the creator was viewing a home and couldn't wrap her arms around it and hug it. It was so big. Wow. It sounds like a beautiful palm tree. Hurl said, thank you, Miss Carla. I'm taking an upload break until after Christmas. Too much going on. Well, I'm looking forward to your future uploads, Hurl. I really am. I really am. Okay. Should we get to the foodie reaction and then go to Foodie Beauty Twitter? So she went to the ER for hypoglycemia, which is her blood sugar being very, very high. And from what I have heard, she was dizzy and blurred vision, something along the lines of that. And she drove herself there. Like, I don't think that was very smart. I worry for the people who share the road with her. I really do. I really do. Okay, let's get into this reaction. I had a Christmas song up. I don't know. You know what? If I get a, I don't think I'll get a copyright strike. Hold on. I just want to play this little song. Actually, I'll play it after. We'll close with it. We'll close with it. Okay, so this is so I spent 12 hours in observation. Some people were saying it's clickbait. I don't know. Let's just watch it. We'll go talk about Twitter. And we will reach our own conclusion. There she is in all her glory. I didn't watch the whole thing. I was skimming through to get a good thumbnail, which I think I got one. Oh no, we're gonna have to listen to the Foodie Beauty cameo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hello.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the holiday season, and what better gift to give someone you love than a personal video from me they can keep forever and ever? Get yours now! And yes, I am Muslim, but I can still wish you a happy holiday! Can you get
Bah humbug.
you today.
No, thank you. Oh, that's
Wow.
Ontario. Okay, beautiful. Hey, Lola.
Very calm and peaceful.
It's
I
beautiful.
love it.
Beautiful.
Well, hello guys.
Hey.
Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be telling you about my story time of me being in the hospital yesterday. So I was in the ER for, sorry for the sun dust, for like 12 hours. So here's what happened.
Okay.
So yesterday I had a eye doctor appointment. So I went to the eye doctor appointment, and then, as I was pulling into the driveway, I felt dizzy, and I noticed I was a lot more dizzy, and like my vision was more blurry than usual. And then
So wouldn't a normal reaction to not be like driving, like you would call a family member, hey, I'm feeling weird, can you come get me? Or if you're truly that ill, like call an ambulance?
the exam, they had to put these contrast eye drops in to see behind my eyes, and it made my vision even more blurry. So I had to wait in my car
Great.
to even drive.
Oh my God.
And I noticed that the dizziness wasn't going away. The blurry vision went away enough that I could drive. So I thought, I'm gonna go to the hospital and I'm going to get checked out.
She has lipstick on her teeth.
Because you hear horror stories about diabetes,
Yeah.
ketoacidosis, hyperglycemia, going into diabetic coma. So I decided to go to the emergency because
But that's the most idiotic thing I've heard. Like, do you realize you might not end up you'll end up at the emergency for different reasons driving like that. Like, you could hurt someone or hurt yourself. Like, hello?
the walk-in clinics were pretty full for the day, and I don't have a family doctor. There's a wait list, okay? So in Ontario. So I went to the ER, and they have all my file there already, so that's good. It didn't look too busy when I got there. Honestly, I thought it was going to be kind of in and out kind of thing. They would prescribe insulin or something. That's what I thought, and I would get to go. So no, I told them my symptoms. She pricked my finger, took my blood sugar. It was 23. I'll try to put the conversion here somewhere in MGDL, but that's MMOL. And
Someone in the chat asked, where's her hospital bracelet?
it's
414's freaking high.
That's very high. So they were surprised how high it was. So then, she said, okay, she took all my information. She said, now we're going to have you register. So I went to register.
Okay.
They give you that arm bracelet thing. So then ECG, I think it's ECG tech came and said, we're going to do an ECG. So they take me to this little room, like ECG. I guess they're just trying to rule everything out. They hooked me up, did the ECG. Okay. Then I had to wait in the waiting room, and I was waiting for a long time, and I was just like,
it's not an EKG?
I saw groups of people that I know registered after me go before me, okay? Now, a little...
Foodie, I don't know how emergency rooms work where you are, but where I am, they take like the actual emergencies first, or the people who are worse off than you. Maybe I'm wrong.
Cute French. And I'm French Canadian, so I can make fun of the accent. I'm not making fun. I'm just going to try to imitate it because it makes the video more interesting. I don't know. You can laugh at me. No, but she came by and she was a volunteer. Those like cute little old lady volunteers that are so nice. And she said,
yes, she did. Yes, Halsey. She drove with dilated eyes when she was feeling dizzy. So yeah.
Wow, you've been waiting here a lot, eh? And I said, yeah. And she said, what's your name? I will go check. I said, Chantal. And she knows how to say my name because she's French Canadian. So she said, oh, Chantal, salut, okay. I will go check. I will come right back. So she came back and she said, they didn't forget you, but they're waiting for your ECG.
Is that supposed to be a French accent? Maybe I've heard the wrong French accent. That was terrible.
Results to figure out where to put you, because there's different areas of the emergency, okay? There's urgent care, which you have to follow the yellow dots for, which is like minor things. And then there's observation.
Sunshine, I'm starting to believe more and more she's lying too.
And that's if they need to monitor you, hook you up and monitor you and stuff. Follow the green dots. And then there's emergent care, follow the blue dots, which I don't even know what that means. So anyways, after a while, I thought, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Wait, you guys, we have a nurse in the chat. Hi, by the way. Thank you for everything you do. Oh, crap. The chat just went away on me. Hold on. I want to read your comment. Let me go in on my phone and see if I see it. I'm an ER nurse, Mela said. We triage patients according to severity of illness. It's not first come, first serve, lol, not Burger King, boo. Thank you for letting us know. Mela said she would have filmed it for sure. I would think so too, or left the bracelet on for attention. We know how she is. Hi, by the way, over on Twitch. Hi, Fairy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know. I would think she would be really obvious about it if she actually went. Like, we know how she is.
They haven't called me. Sure enough, the minute I sit down on the toilet
Hey,
seat,
Eric.
they call my
Hey,
name.
Jack.
So I have to hurry up. And I go out, I'm like, yes, me. So the nice lady, she's like, follow me, I show you where you go. And so I was expecting to go to the yellow dots.
I feel like
Sure
you're doing
enough,
an Italian
I
accent.
was expecting to go to the yellow dots. Well, to my surprise, I was asked to go to observation. So I was getting a little worried. They're waiting for my ECG results. I have to go to observation.
Hey, just me.
But they did blood work while I was waiting in the ER waiting room. Actually, they did blood work and hooked up an IV, just in case they need to draw blood and give fluids. All right.
Okay.
So I get to my room in observation. There's less rooms in this area. It's more small, and intensive. And there's I have to put on a gown that didn't fit. So I had the gown half on. And then I just made sure to keep
sounds like
the
lies.
curtain closed. And my nurse comes in. She's like, hi, I don't know why you're here, but I'll find out. I was like, all right.
You make a good point. She's awfully happy for someone who was just in the ER for 12 hours. Well, I know I'll speak for me. When I go to the ER afterwards, I've waited so long and been through so much. I'm not all peppy. I don't I don't know. I don't have it in me to be this excited afterwards. Anybody else? It's always such an ordeal.
So I had to retell my story. You always have to anyways. They want to hear what you have to say. Asking me symptoms, all this and that. She hooked me up. My oxygen sat was 97, which is fine. My blood pressure was 135 over, I don't even know. And they didn't seem concerned with that. And so they did take some blood from they just put the tube into the IV thing and take the blood that way. Very convenient. Instead of sticking you all the time,
I agree. It's very
So,
convenient.
my blood sugar started at 23 when I went in there. So I presented with the doctor came in. It was a resident doctor. She said, you have hyperglycemia.
Okay, so Mel is saying that none of this even makes sense.
And she said, if you didn't come when you did, I suspect that it would have developed into ketoacidosis because of the symptoms you had.
Jeez.
Now, my blood test came back that my blood wasn't acidic, but she thought that it could develop potentially into that. And so I said, oh, well, that's nice. That's not scary at all. Basically, I'm learning that diabetes is really no joke. So I do feel like an ass just laughing and having a good time eating plates of Chinese food the other day. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you should feel that way.
Anyway, pardon my language.
Is it all worth it? Seriously, the food and the chocolate? Is it all worth this? Not that I believe you actually went, unless you show a bracelet or something, but is it all worth it? Seriously. I feel like this is, if you truly went, this is one of many ER visits to come.
He said we're gonna give you insulin and try to get your blood sugar down. We want it down below 15. So I said, all right. She said, have you been taking your metformin? I'm on something that's a different name than metformin. I said, no, because it makes me very ill and I haven't been taking it regularly. So that's a no also.
Wow.
So she gave me
I'm really interested in I'm interested in all your guys' input, but I'm really interested since Mela knows. Mela said if they thought she was going into diabetic ketoacidosis, they would not discharge her. Good to know. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Google says diabetic ketoacidosis is a very horrendous way to die. Hold on, now I'm going to be Googling. Symptoms: being very thirsty. Are you okay, Chach? Urinating often, feeling a need to throw up, having stomach pain, being weak or tired, being short of breath, having fruity scented breath, being confused. I mean, being confused is just like, hey, Ray, I checked and saw you were live, so me and Mrs. Tony had. Oh, thank you, Ray. Hey, Tony. Good to see you guys. Just me said if it's life-threatening, there is no way she would be discharged. Okay, trying to look up more. Well, it doesn't sound good, I'll tell you that much, and she's awfully peppy for having all these issues.
My first dose of insulin, and then took a blood test about 20 minutes later. My blood sugar went down to 16.5. And then they did some blood work. I forget the name of the test. I'll have to put it here somewhere. Osmo something. That, because when you're diabetic, you urinate more frequent. But if you're not drinking, if you're dehydrated and not having enough fluid or something, it leaves like sediment in your blood.
Okay, I just found out. Mela said those patients usually go to ICU, so she's lying. She also said she hadn't checked her blood sugar since being in Canada. Oh my gosh, Fairy. Shelly said, hey, Shelly, she knows her diabetes is bad and she still eats junk. Can't save the unwilling. That part right there, though, you can't save the unwilling. She doesn't want to change. It doesn't matter what she puts her body through or what she's going to have to go through in the future because the food is too gratifying for her. It's still, she's still getting that fix. She's not sick and tired of being sick and tired clearly yet.
Blood, I don't know. So I was highly dehydrated from these blood tests. So they gave me some fluid and oh man, it wasn't on a pump, it was like a drip. So it was so slow. And I had to keep my arm a certain way or it would drip even slower. Anyway, I hate when they flush your line. You can taste the saline in your body. Ugh. Oh well. Anyway, the staff was very nice. So I was, there for many hours at that point. And then
she's talking about those banana bags. Oh my gosh, those things though, when I used to have to go into the ER for my freaking detox and stuff like that, those banana bags were everything. She's talking about the fluids, those were everything. Like your body feels like you get like an instant shot of Gatorade or something. You just feel so much better.
And they tested, my blood sugar. It was like 13 something. They gave me another dose of insulin. And then finally, by the end of everything, by the time I got home, I left with an insulin with a blood sugar reading of 11. Is a lot better than 23, but still high. I was starving. Like, I felt really dizzy and nauseous though. But I was still hungry. Like, I was starting to feel a bit better, but I was so tired and hungry. It was like 12 hours since I've eaten. So
when anybody else is having a medical emergency, do you stop to worry about food? I'm just curious.
The lady said, we want to give you something to eat to see how you tolerate it. So she brings this sandwich that was like, the hospital food is horrendous. I'm sorry. And you know what doesn't make sense to me? I mean, I know it's not a 5-star hotel, but like they gave me a turkey sandwich on brown, but it was like stale brown bread with like one slice of turkey and butter on it. It was like,
are you really complaining about food in the hospital when you could have? Okay.
Gross.
Wait, hold on. Let me read the chat. Annie said you can't take insulin unless you continually take it. Is that correct? Do you guys know? I don't regularly take it. Barry said, yeah, that was over 10 years ago. Didn't do that again. Oh, okay, I saw. You can see the fruit flies buzzing around her. They follow her everywhere, Shelly. And Shelly said her blood must be 97% sugar. I believe it is. Oh my gosh, those glasses are truly hideous. I think she looks like a fly in them. I just see a fly. Kura said, my career was a surgical nurse. Do you realize how many toes and fingers I helped doctors cut off because of diabetes? If she would only wake up about the dangers. Well, see, Crew, thank you for everything you've done, by the way. Like, I feel like nurses deserve way more credit than they get. In my experience frequenting ERs and my addiction, like, you guys truly did it all. So, like, thank you. She thinks that this stuff isn't going to happen to her. That's what she thinks. He said they're not going to give you a family-sized portion. Exactly. Imagine complaining about like a sandwich. Oh my gosh. Hey, anonymity. Hey, rapper. Hey. Okay, the fruit flies. Yeah, they're back. They follow her everywhere.
But I ate some of it because that was the best sandwich when you're starving, okay? They gave me water, so I ate that in the water. But then they gave me apple juice, like full sugar apple juice, and a full sugar, not diet, low fat, gluten free. It was a whole sugar loaded muffin, apple cinnamon muffin, and I'm thinking, I'm in the hospital in observation for hyperglycemia, and you're giving me sugar because if I would have eaten that and drank the apple juice
Does that sound right, you guys? Would they give that to her?
with it, they would be giving me more insulin, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so weird. I was telling Salon, like, I'm here for hyperglycemia and they're giving me sugar. Anyway, so I didn't eat that. I said, I'm sorry.
I'm surprised you didn't call your family to have them bring you Burger King. Speaking of your family, why did nobody come to the hospital to see if you were okay?
She's like, hey, you don't have to. She's like, I didn't cook it, so I'm not going to be insulted. About the. I said, no, it's just that I'm just afraid to have something with sugar, and she's like, oh, okay, I'll take it away. So that was that. They just told me to stay. They didn't prescribe me insulin. They told me to just stay on my metformin type of drug that I have from Kuwait, and to follow up with a family doctor, which I don't have, so that won't be happening.
Wow.
So I thought that's where my night ends. She said, she comes in, she says, do you want to go home? Because I think they were going to keep me. And I said, I really want to go home. I'm so tired. I don't have my CPAP. I'm just sweaty from just laying in the little cot. My bottom hurts so bad, my lower back. Oh,
Laying in the little cot?
I want to go home. So, so she let me go home. Yeah, she
Little cots? You guys have little cots in hospitals in Canada? I'm genuinely curious.
let me go home.
The little clot, what?
And I thought my night was over. So, she takes out my IV and everything. And I had to go to the parking garage. It's cold, it's dark, it's creepy. I'm on the top floor, the 5th floor of the parking garage. That's where my car's parked because there was nowhere to park. When I came in, the parking lot was almost full. So, I had to take an elevator. Parking garage elevators are one of the types of elevators I'm the most scared of. You guys know I have issues with elevators, claustrophobia. I got stuck in them before, so I have some trauma there. So I just started trusting elevators again, since where I live in Kuwait, we take an elevator, right? So, but I'm always with Salah. Anyway.
Making this up as she goes along.
So I go by myself. My phone is dead at this point.
Oh, no.
Because I didn't think I would be in the hospital for 12 hours, so I didn't plan right.
Always bring a charger.
All right. So
always bring a charger to the hospital.
The elevator comes, I press the button, and I can hear it like boom, 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 going through the levels to come in to get me.
Boom, boom, boom.
I get in, 5th floor. The doors close. Everything's fine until I get to the 5th floor.
Okay.
I feel like a little drop, and I'm thinking, okay, it's just leveling out. The elevator has to level. Because as somebody who's afraid of elevators, I've watched many videos on how they work to help me like desensitize, to help me understand that, I'm going to be okay. The doors don't open, and I'm thinking, okay, it's just going to take a while to level. Some elevators do that. Nope, doesn't open. I'm stuck in the elevator, okay?
Did you break the elevator?
I got stuck in the parking lot elevator, and I'm like,
okay.
I don't have my phone. What am I going to do? It's freezing. It's not a heated elevator because it's in a parking.
She's like, and there's no Burger King
garage. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm in this cold steel metal box trapped. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I start immediately panicking, like that fight or flight response that I'm like, oh my gosh, my worst fear. I'm thinking, but I had to like reason with myself. Okay, my worst fear is happening. What am I going to do? And I'm like, okay, just stay calm. I'm like, screw this. I took my hand. It was one of those doors that were split. They opened like this. So I just like pried because I was on
Did you press the emergency button?
the 5th floor. I
Uh-huh.
must have been like, so I pried the doors open with my
Pried
hands
it
and it
open.
wasn't fully leveled. So I had to like
Okay.
kind of like step up a bit to get out. So I'm like, that's what happened. It wasn't leveling. So when the doors won't open if the elevator's not leveled for, security features. Well,
Does anybody believe this?
I pried those doors open and
You
they
pried
they
them
opened
open.
and I got
Uh-huh.
out anyways. Like I'm never taking that elevator. I'm like, see ya. I actually verbally looked at the elevator and flipped it off. I'm not
I don't think she could pry them open or step up and out of anything. Like this is okay, you guys don't believe it either. I had to come back and look at the chat. I'm like, maybe I'm just really tired, but I feel like she was just making things up as she went along. Okay, nobody believes it either. What? Shelly said, I totally believe she broke the elevator. Yeah, if anything, yeah. I don't think it's meant to hold that much. I don't I'm sorry, but at that circumference, nothing is level. True. Hit the emergency button, use the phone to call for help too. Yeah, it's right there. I mean, they're pretty big, pretty noticeable. She cannot carry groceries or step off a curb. She can't. Mela said the gurney would look like a little cot with her big ass on it. I'm picturing like army cot set up in a hospital. I'm like, is that how you guys do it in Canada? No play a liar. Her pants are on fire. Yeah, something's weird about this story. Something's very odd about it. But okay.
I'm not kidding. That was very cross of me, but
Uh-huh.
whew, now I can't
Woo.
ever go back. It will remember that and trap me again. See how my dumb mind works. Anyway,
I mean, I think I could speak for the elevator. It's begging you not to go back.
so that's my story. That
Yeah.
was very scary, and I never want to go through that again. I don't want to pass away from this. Diabetes is just really not something to mess with, and I think I've fully
You haven't fully grasped it. That's what she was gonna say. It's very serious. It's very serious. Like, you have to wake the hell up. Like, you're not special. You're not special. All the things you hear about that happen to other people who don't take care of themselves and don't take their medicine or their insulin, you're not special. It's all going to happen to you. And it sounds really scary. Your life sounds really scary if you don't make drastic changes. And I know I'm saying all this for no reason because you don't want the help, like you're perfectly content the way you're going. But you need to start looking at those big Turks and all those carbs and candies as like to eat this is to die. Like that's how severe your situation is.
grasp that, having gone through what I've gone through. Every time I think there's a new low and I get a health problem, I think, okay, this is it. But I think this is definitely it. And I can't, in good conscience, continue to eat crappy food, especially on the channel, knowing that I've just revealed to you guys how it affects my health. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be focusing on health journey
Hey,
and,
Duchess.
just vlogs and being healthy. And, you could say, well, you're going to lose money. You're going to lose views. I don't care about that for one. But honestly, if you
Uh-huh.
look at my videos, that's not true. My vlogs get more views than my mukbangs anyways. So
That should tell you
I just want to
something.
share. I just want to help. If I don't care about how many views it gets. Like, obviously views are nice, but if I can help somebody and help myself at the same time, it's a win-win. All right. So thanks for listening to my story.
Okay.
I've just been very busy, but I hope to go live and do more content for you guys. Yada, yada, yada. So I
Okay.
haven't been feeling the greatest. And when you don't feel great, you can't really do much. So
You still managed to eat a lot.
here's to hoping I get better. All
Here's to
right, guys. Thanks
hoping.
for listening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
It was kind of creepy the way she said it. Here's to hoping I get better. I truly don't think you ever will. I hope you do. I don't like you, but I hope you get better. Like, I can't imagine it's comfortable living in your body. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine you just have a really bad future if you don't change your ways. I just have a very bad feeling for you. Nothing stops her. Nothing does, Hurl. her future is sunshine if she doesn't change. I mean, it's a sad reality. Okay, let's go to Foodie Beauty Twitter for a bit. She needs to name an episode Big Turks and she does. Hugh said, we don't believe your tale. No, we don't. Annie said, my God, I think she has, oh, it went, hold on, let me see if I could scroll up. A death wish, I'm assuming? Yeah, Annie said, my God, I think she has a death wish. It seems that way. It seems that way. She's willing to have a miserable future as long as she can have that Nashi in her hand. And that's sad. That's sad. I used to be like that with alcohol. I couldn't picture a future without Bud Light in it or those Bud Laritas. I couldn't picture my life without it. I didn't care what was to come as long as I knew I could drink again in 30 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It was just bad. I would have done anything for alcohol. Well, not anything, nearly anything. And I didn't care, like, when I had pancreatitis, I had liver problems. I didn't care. I didn't care. But then eventually I got scared because bad things kept happening, and I got so sick of living the way I was living. And that's truly at the point, like, when you feel like that, like, you can't picture another day living like that. Like, that's truly when you see growth and change, because you know that even though going without what's comforted you for so long is going to suck really bad for a while and it's going to hurt and be uncomfortable, you know that at least you have like a future and a life ahead. And I don't know. I hope that she truly, truly, I hope she has a come to Jesus moment, come to Allah moment, whoever she's believing in the moment. And I hope she realizes that, like, life on a diet or whatever, or without Big Turks, is so much better than continuously eating that way and losing a foot or a limb or whatever. Okay, let me look at some of the comments. She doesn't have a future. Sometimes I wonder if she's already done too much damage. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe there's still time to change it around. Hey, La, how are you? Crew, she likely does, but she never gets tested. What did Crew say? I missed it. Shelly, like the Nashi out there is mine. She will lose limbs. Sunshine said, I mean, if she keeps eating Big Turks, wheelchair bees, she probably already has. Like, who are we kidding? All right, I hope you guys can see it. Let me see. I always try and mess around with this, and somehow I could never get it to where, like, it's huge and I'm not here, but it is what it is. I'm going to be reading it to you guys anyways. Okay, Judge Judy put up a poll and said, would you watch a wrestling cage match with Chantal Fupa Balls and Salah Long Titty Al Refe? I can never remember how to say Sarau. I forget how to say Chantal's name. But anyways, would you rather watch a wrestling cage match with Chantal Fupa Balls Sarau and Salah Long Titty Al Refe versus Nads Furtooth Al Shami and Didi Gray Flaps Lulu? Would I want to watch a wrestling match with them? I mean, will there be snacks? Is going to be my question. That got 40%. What won was, yeah. I mean, I kind of want popcorn if I have to watch it. Like, I need some snacks. I just do. Okay, so Judge Judy also said, F diabetes, we're going to eat candy and carbies. And then she put several hours later, 12 hours in the ER. Okay, we have Michael Furberger art. So I spent 12 hours in observation for inflated fupa balls. Oh my gosh. How does he come up with this stuff? What did Hugh say? Didi would whoop her if she had some. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh my gosh. I want to say something so bad, but I don't feel like dealing with Natter, so I'm going to pass. But I heard something very interesting on a stream the other night. Right after he suddenly had to go meet someone at like some odd hour of the morning. Yeah, it was interesting. Okay, so Holly Go Heavy said, I gave you 2 weeks before you ended up in the hospital. I hope you took down their names because you're going to be back soon. And then what does this clip say?
For hyperglycemia, and you're giving me sugar loaded muffin. apple cinnamon muffin, and I'm thinking, I'm in the hospital in observation for hyperglycemia, and you're giving me sugar.
This clip is giving me very much, like, this part of what she said is, like, giving me very much ALR vibes when she's like, "I ordered 2 apples and they sent me a whole banana split." Do you know what I mean? Like, okay. It just doesn't sound believable to me. PI said, so basically, Foodie Beauty is driving through Ottawa with a blood sugar of 23, dizzy with blurred vision, putting others at risk, then drives herself to the ER all by her lonesome. No family or friends caring enough to go back with her, and even the ER is done with her. They give, what else does this say? And even the ER is so done with her. They give her apple juice and a muffin to eat while waiting for her blood sugar of 23 to drop. Wow. Okay, I want to look in the comments. Let's see. Succulent said, do you know what other security feature an elevator has? A call button. I call BS. She was not stuck in the elevator. No hospital wants a person trying to Kool-Aid man their way out of an elevator. Oh my gosh, please, someone edit Foodie Beauty into the Kool-Aid man. Okay, that part just almost took me out. No hospital wants a person trying to Kool-Aid man their way out of an elevator. There's an alarm. There's a call button. There are directions on the wall. Pretty loud and clear, too. Like, it's pretty obvious anytime you get into an elevator if there's an emergency where you look. Like, it's really big. Okay, let's see. The tone knob said, so far nothing has gotten through to her regarding how serious her health problems are. Won't be long, it'll be the hospice bee's time. Salad better hurry and get to Canada quick before his luck expires. Wow. Melissa said, I'm doubting she even went to the hospital because surely they would have stopped her from driving herself home. That part right there, I didn't even think of that. They just let her drive herself home when she was feeling dizzy. I would think they would say, like, do you have a family member that can come pick you up or drive you home? Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a picture of Salah. It kind of looks like him. But his eyebrows are too matchy. He only has one good eyebrow. Wait, for hyperglycemia. I know, Hugh. Okay, let's keep going. Season said, did that even happen? Sounds like complete attention-seeking BS. I don't know. You guys let me know. Do you believe she went to the ER? I want to see what everybody says. And his wife expires. Yeah, I mean, how much could he possibly care about her letting all... I know nobody could force Chantal into doing something, but, like, surely if he loved her, he would say, hey, I'm going to leave you if you don't change your ways. Hey, I'm not going to support this behavior. Hey, it just seems like he could be doing more. I know when everybody wanted me to stop drinking, it was like a big thing. Like, nobody was co-signing my BS. Nobody was enabling me. Nobody wanted anything to do with me unless I was calling to say, hey, I want to go to rehab. Ray said, I have those I have those screenshot receipts, Breezy, from the farms. Someone posted them. Do you, Ray? Okay, Shelly said, yes, it does look like him one-dimensional. Yeah. If I could do a poll, you know what? I found out how to do it on Twitch and it's left my mind for right now. Hold on. Oh, crap. Let me see. I'm going to play around for a second. Where did I find it before? I don't know. I'll do a whole tutorial one of these days. One of these days when I don't have a child home on spring break, Christmas vacation, I will do a tutorial again. I remember I saw how to do it and I was like, oh, okay. And I think I enabled it so mods could do it too. So maybe can you try? I don't believe it as usual. She's lying. Where's her bruises from IVs? Fairy, you're right. Halsey said no, she didn't go to the ER. Marin said he looks like he saw Foodie and thought, oh, hell no. He thinks that every day. Eric said, Hugh, I don't think they have a bracelet big enough. And he said the taking off the hijab video, and she was even talking about going to the ER. You're right, she was. She was. Halsey said she would have been confused, blurred tunnel vision, etc. Yeah, it's odd they supposedly let her drive home. Annie doesn't believe her either. Eric said she probably would have gotten a name tag. True. And she would have shown it. I don't know, maybe she will. Maybe she'll prove us all wrong. But as of right now, I'm definitely not buying it. Buck said, you can't shit on Canada's healthcare, not pay taxes for years, and then use the ER as your personal doctor. Get up early and stand in line at the walk-in like everyone else does, you entitled biatch, they said. Well, I mean, are they wrong? She sounds fine. She sounds magically better. So, I mean, she probably could have waited in line, got up early and waited in line. Michael Furberger did more Foodie Beauty art. It's Jurassic Park. Let me out. It's fifth dinner time. Okay, Salt and Sass said, just a reminder, this has been her choice. Kuwait was the third time she's been told she's had diabetes. She has knowingly, willingly, and intentionally been non-compliant with all dangerous conditions and risk factors she has. People aren't willing to die, but no one is what? Let's read the rest of this. No one is obligated to offer pity or sympathy if something bad happens to her as a result. She's used her health as a form of manipulation and attention-seeking behavior, so there's nothing wrong nor bad about anyone here failing to have sympathy or compassion for her outcomes. My sympathy depends on the day. I mean, truly at this point, I'm like, if she gets better, she gets better. If she doesn't, she doesn't. You know, this is all on Foodie, right? Nothing anybody says is going to wake her up or change her mind. She's one of those people who has to learn the hard way. She's very stubborn. But I realize how sick when your blood sugar is high and everything, it can make you feel. Or not when it's high, when it drops, because I see like how sick my mom can get and how she gets like dizzy and tired and cold. And it's kind of scary when it happens. So like I have sympathy in that aspect. And I know when I think about it, like I have sympathy because I know things are only going to get really, really bad for her. And I think diabetes is very serious. I don't wish it on her. I don't wish it on anybody. I feel bad. Like I feel bad. I know it's a struggle to always worry about your blood sugar. I know it's a struggle. So it's like my sympathy with her, though. It just depends. She's so frustrating and annoying and aggravating. And everybody's tried to tell her. And if you tell her anything productive or constructive, you're called a hater. And like I said, she's just one of those people that like warning them and telling them isn't going to be enough. I used to be like that. Like you have to learn the hard way because you think all these bad things that are going to happen that people people say are going to happen, it's not going to happen to me, right? That happens to everybody else. It's not going to happen to me, but it's all going to happen to her. I thought her MLM was curing her. I know. I thought the unicity cured all. Joe, hi. Chantel, you sad man-faced woman. Halsey said she has rubbed eating junk in all of our faces since she has been home in Canada. And that's true too. So then, like, how bad should one really feel? She was just eating at a Chinese buffet. We've seen her eat really nothing but carbs, and she was just eating big Turks. And we know she's been eating really, really bad. So, like, how bad are we supposed to feel? How bad are we supposed to feel? You're on Christmas break. I hope you have a good break, Ray. Eric said she probably looked up the story but didn't check to see where it was from. And it was actually a story from Africa since they spoke French and had cats. What? Okay, let's see. Let's read some more comments. The engineer said she's speed running it now. I think she finally has herself in a corner. Because if she had the money for a room, she would be streaming nonstop on the wheelchairs. And she can't talk to the clinics like she does her VIBs and just get her way. Lots of no's from Chantel right now. Let's see. Wait, someone said third. I knew she'd been doxxed before, but not twice. Oh, diagnosed. I read that as doxxed. Third, I know she's been diagnosed before, but not twice. I don't know how she's not yet had a stroke. Salt and Sass replied, she was on metformin forever ago in the BB days. Then she stopped, doctor hopped, and was told she was again. Was later put on Ozempic, claimed she cured it after taking drugs and dropping weight while binging. Now a third time in Kuwait. Yeah, let's not forget that. She told us all she cured her diabetes. And that was during the time when she was out house beezing all the time. Let's see. Okay. So she's been diagnosed 3 times. Wow. Okay, this is interesting, said, and once again during her ERBs, not one family member showed up. She got stuck in the elevator all by herself and had to drive herself home. They said she deserves everything that's coming to her. I mean, yeah. Beck Sassybear said, hands up if we believe Chantel deliberately and intentionally ate shit food to deliberately manipulate the emergency room to get around finding a primary care physician. So she actually went, I could believe that, but I still don't think she went. I don't know. What did Shelly say? I missed it. Said she has type 2, and the older she gets, the worse it will become. However, she is already beyond repair. Oh, let me scroll up. Hold on, your comment went away. She is already beyond repair, and it is not going to get better. Until she gets a limb amputated, she probably won't make changes. Yeah, she's going to have to be scared straight. Hey, Soren. Soren said, is there proof she's wearing her hijab anywhere besides empty parking lots? No. No. Okay. Yeah, Hugh said, no, Soren, none. Okay, Miss Shelley's comment. Shelley, I'm going back up to you. Shelley said, I don't feel bad for her. She's a grown adult making her own bad choices. Pass the popcorn. Anyone want a drink while I'm in the cooler? Do you have any sparkling water? I could definitely go for that. Okay, let me try and catch up with you guys. Leonie said, did Foodie make up this story because she needed to cover for her 12 hours she was visiting someone she shouldn't? She said she had no phone. And didn't Nader just do a grocery haul? Or am I imagining things? I know a lot of people have been covering, well, not a lot, but enough people have been covering him again. I feel like I saw a grocery haul. Don't quote me on it. And he said, does not look good. Shelly said, one sparkling water headed your way. Thank you. I'm sure it's going to be very refreshing. Thank you so much. Okay, let's read a few more tweets, you guys. And we'll go live again tomorrow. I don't know what time. I guess we'll just keep a lookout and see. Okay, wait. What does this say? Oh, somehow I ended up back on main Twitter. Hold on. Hold on. I'm like, what is she talking about? Who told someone to unalive themselves? What the hell drama did I miss? Ooh, I don't know. Every time Twitter opens up on a main page, there's some sort of drama going on. Oh, I'd like to correct some misinformation I said. Earlier, I'm trying to catch up to where we were. Earlier, I was saying how I didn't understand like the Yaba and Belinda thing. From what I saw, it looked like people were mad because somebody else covered what the other person was talking about. And about the GoFundMe, I guess the issue is it was collected and they didn't ask for it, but they had never received the money. I think that's changed in the meantime. I think they were sent money. So I didn't understand what the GoFundMe. I'm like, why are you mad that a GoFundMe and people bought your merch? But I guess they had never asked for it. Still don't fully understand it. I've kind of been keeping up with it, but there's like layers upon layers there. So yeah. But I guess the issue is that they didn't ask for it and then they had still not received anything. So I don't know. Much more than that, I have no idea. I have no idea who told somebody to go not be here anymore. That's horrible. That's horrible. Okay, Lilybet said she always pulls these ER stunts when she wants attention from the internet. Remember, this heifer has a gadget that can read her blood sugar levels, medication to control her blood sugar. So she was trying to get a family doctor by using this excuse. And Mysterious Green Eye said, "Great job, Foodie Beauty, on trying to be defiant about eating right and instead focusing on proving reaction channels wrong. The only person who will ultimately suffer is you. So keep effing around and finding out because it keeps it interesting." And then they said something in French that I will completely butcher. Marin said, "I kind of feel bad for Foodie because her family hates the person she is but love the girl they once saw." That part right there, that's hard. That's tough. They probably like remember the good times and and all of that. And it's like, how did you become this? That must be hard as a parent. They said, "I fell a little behind somehow." How hypocrisy you are. Very. You said, "Marin, I think her family is sick of her and has been for a while, but like, could you blame them if they are? It just seems like all she brings is troubles and like drama and chaos, like nothing good. Or she comes to take, she comes right in time for Christmas to collect presents. Like, where has she been for a year? I don't know. She must be like that family member that you have to love them, but you don't necessarily like them, you know? Okay, so You're so Nate said, "We think you're garbage, but you've got to cut the sugars and grains immediately or you won't be here for us to complain about." That's true. Sphinx said, "When you F up your timeline, ma'am, this is bad. Stop." Huh. Tofu said, "Chantel is such an idiot. Stopped her diabetes meds, got candy bars, hit up a Chinese buffet, and almost died with a blood sugar of 414. She calls everyone else stunted." Okay, let's see. And Salt and Sauce said, "Chantel, you've abused the ER enough to know that they triage people. Emergency care is not first come, first serve." Mela said that. "Emergency care is not first come, first serve, and even people with medical issues have to wait while others go ahead if their emergency is worse than yours." Yeah, she is a brat too. They called her a brat. She is. She is. Imagine thinking like you are worse off than everyone else, and just because you got there before somebody who may have who cut their hand and is bleeding everywhere, or somebody who just had a stroke or a heart attack or whatever, like you're not that important. I don't know how else to break it to her. Melissa said, "The French part means I love that for her." Thank you. I had no idea. And if I would have tried to say that, it would have sounded like something completely different. Hugh said she can't make her family not give her gifts, though. She says true. Hugh said, "Just because you're Canadian doesn't make you first, Foodie. We know you watch." She does watch. Hi, Foods. How are you? Mrs. Scarlett said, "I'm sure she will be perfectly healthy then." All right, let's read a few more, you guys, and then we'll come back tomorrow if she uploads anything or if Amberlyn Reed does. Okay, Michael B. Petty said, "They told me to keep taking my metformin and follow up with my family doctor, which won't be happening." And they said, "Whose fault is that, Foodie Beauty? Sat around like an engorged tick." She does look like a tick, though. Oh my gosh. She does. I can't unsee it. Okay, so they said, "Sat around like an engorged tick in your fart box in Kuwait, inhaling anything you could go through those Mickey Mouse glove hand. Wait, anything you could go, or I think they meant get those Mickey Mouse glove hands on." And I have to read the rest. I have to know. Oh, "Sat around like an engorged tick in your fart box in Kuwait, inhaling anything you could get those Mickey Mouse glove on, and now you are stuck in medical limbo." Taylor Vaughn said, "Keep taking the metformin that she told them she wasn't taking because it made her sick. I would rather have an upset tummy than be dead. Just saying." True. I'd rather have an upset stomach than be dead. I would. I would. Let's see. Salt and Sass said, "Imagine knowing and willing creating your medical issues, then being upset that others are seen before you in the ER. Peak entitlement. 40 chocolate bars included." I thought Tix lives under the fupa, Marin. Oh my gosh. Yuck. Yuck. Barry said, "Ketoacidosis is potentially fatal, though. She'd get back soon, I think, if she really had it." Shelly said she sure sucks the life out of the men she's involved with. Salah looks 10 years older. He does. He looks exhausted. He looks exhausted. He said, I hate how she calls it a tummy. Girl, you're 40. It's a whole gut. Oh my God. Fupa. It is. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. My conclusion is I will believe she went to the ER if she produces a medical bracelet or some sort of proof. I think this was all for attention. She's talking about how she's not doing things for views. It's right in time for Christmas. This ERBs is right in time for Christmas. Mela said, all my years as a nurse, and I've never heard a grown woman say, my tummy hurts. Oh my gosh. I don't think any adult says that. Marin said, Hugh Foodie has a bigger beer gut than an old Texas man. Oh my gosh, she does. She does. So unless she provides something, I don't believe it. I think it's right in time for Christmas to get that extra AdSense money. That's just what I think. I also want to go back and see if there was really a haul recently, because now that somebody in our chat has pointed it out, like, could she have went and saw Nader and Didi? I'm interested to go back and find out. He said, I haven't heard a lady that old without kids call a stomach ache a tummy either. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had fun chatting with you guys. Have a great day, great evening wherever you are, and keep a lookout for me tomorrow sometime. I'm not sure yet, like I said, but if Foodie or Amberlyn upload anything, we'll definitely be talking about it. Thank you again, you guys. Good night if you're going to sleep, and if you're going to work, have an amazing day. All right, bye, everybody.